True Crime King back.
What's up, guys? True Crime King back. All right, so while Harsh and these clowns are, doing this petty shit, I am going to continue doing my videos and let them just keep doing their bullying and their dumb shit. It is what it is, right? So enough about them. So talking about this last night during my live. So this serial killer, which I'm not going to say if it is or isn't yet. I want you guys, while you're watching this, to decide for yourself if you think this is an actual serial killer or not. And I'll react to it, and then at the end I'll explain kind of if it's real or not, and the backstory. This is Howard Stern show, and a supposed serial killer calls in live, right? It's pretty crazy. So here we go. And I just want to say thank you and give a shout out to Harsh Reality for sending more viewers my way. I appreciate you, bud. That's one thing Harsh said he would never do. He emailed me in his narcissistic ways. Like I said, he's totally different, behind the video camera than on it, right? But I just want to give it Harsh a shout out. Appreciate you, bud. Here we go.
Sometimes I ask them if they think it's dangerous doing what they're doing, if they're worried about things, and they'll laugh it off, and that just pisses me off.
Right. And then you go ahead and you kill him.
Yeah.
Yes, in 1997. On the morning of August 13th, 1997, listeners were left feeling disturbed when a man wanting to go by the name of Clay called into the Howard Stern show. Clay admits to having killed more than 12 prostitutes in the New Orleans area.
All right, I got a guy on the phone who claims he's been killing prostitutes and he's wondering why he's doing it.
Oh, God.
So maybe he thinks I have an answer. Is this Ed? Ed?
No, this isn't Ed.
Oh.
You haven't killed any prostitutes?
No, I never said my name was Ed.
Oh.
And remember, I want you guys to be thinking, do you think this is real or fake?
Sorry.
That's okay.
What name do you use?
You can call me Clay.
Clay?
Clay?
Yes, Clay. Okay, Clay. So what happened? How many prostitutes have you killed?
12.
And you're wondering why you do it?
I have a pretty good idea.
Why? Did your mom beat you? Did your mom spank you?
Was your mom a prostitute?
No. Actually, nothing like that.
What is it then?
I think I just do it for the sense of the power.
All right. Do you have sex with them first?
Yes, and
And then what, you strangle them?
once.
How else did you kill them?
Well, a few times, actually most times with a hammer.
And where do you do this primarily?
I've done it twice in a parking garage, and then the rest of the times on the side of the road.
And you're from the New Orleans area?
Yes.
And how, what do you beat them to death with a hammer?
It usually only takes once, and
Dude, you got to have a lot of anger in you.
yes.
And that means you're heartless. Did you used to kill small animals?
No, I've killed a rat.
Yeah. Dude, you're a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far, in my opinion, so far, I'm tending to believe this is real.
Wow. And you get away with it, I guess, because they're hookers and...
Think about it. If, usually these guys, if this was fake, right, he would probably be like, "Oh yeah, I've killed tons of animals." He has a specific number, 12, right? He's not like claiming to have killed like some bizarre number, right? That's what people usually do when they're lying. They exaggerate their murders, right?
So far, nobody's... What?
Is this Howard?
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
I didn't know this was Howard.
Yeah, it's Howard.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Spook. Spook is one of my subscribers. He's the one that told me about this last night on live.
Yeah. No, I've never killed a kitten.
So how old were you when you killed your first woman?
16.
And you must be a powerful kind of guy, big guy.
I wasn't then.
Right. And when you killed your first one, did you go in there knowing you were going to kill her, or it just sort of happened?
I knew I really had it planned out. I wanted to do the whole sending clues.
Right.
Oh, yeah, are you in...
to baffle people, but it turned out no one noticed for a long time.
Right. Like you killed her on the side of the road?
Her, that was the parking garage.
Okay. And then what'd you do with the body? You dumped that somewhere?
Yeah, actually. I think she's probably one of the ones that they found.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, so you were sending clues that you were going to do this?
No, I was...
he was going to
doing that.
He was going to leave like a note for the newspapers, and
But you decided not to.
he didn't want to be famous or draw attention to himself.
Smart, right? Smart.
But problem is,
No, that's what I wanted to do. But
but you did, but no one noticed the clues.
I never sent the clues. I never left anything. I wanted to have my own little signature.
Right.
I wanted to thumb paint
Oh,
with their thumbs.
Oh, really?
What do you want to do?
Thumb paint with their thumbs.
Thumb paint what, though?
I don't know.
Oh, anything. It was in a comic book a couple of years ago. It just seemed like a good idea.
Like you take the girl you killed, you dip her thumbs in paint, and then you do like a thumb painting?
Yes.
On a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Now, when you...
Yeah, that's another... It's just confirming my belief that I think this is real. I mean, who the fuck would come up with that? Thumb painting with their dead thumbs, right? Unless you're an actual psycho, right?
After you kill somebody, do you play with the body?
Actually, the closest I've ever done to that is I always make sure I pay them and I make sure they keep their money.
Oh, really?
When they're still alive, but with one of them I did put the money in a compromising place.
I see.
But that was this one, it had a penis.
So it was a transvestite, right?
Oh, really?
It was a guy.
Yeah, I didn't know at first.
So do you ever get... Do you think the reason you're so angry is because you were abused or something?
No, I wasn't abused, Howard.
Where's your family?
You got a wife?
I mean, you got a mom, a dad, a wife, children. You got any of that?
I've got a couple of kids, but I'm
No wife.
not married to the mother.
You're a white guy?
Yeah, Howard, that's pretty funny because the only suspect they had when they started finding the bodies was a black police officer.
Oh.
Wow, and yeah, that is true. Actually, they did suspect a black police officer of committing these crimes.
Turns out one of them was associated with them.
Oh, really?
Are you on drugs?
I've done acid a few times.
So,
but nothing heavy.
So after you killed the first 16-year-old, like you finished.
No, I was 16.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
She was.
All right. So you finished with your sexual gratification, and then you.
Not always, no.
Not always. You don't even want to get laid sometimes.
No,
You just want to kill.
I'm just bored.
Right.
But does the killing sexually satisfy you in some way?
I can't believe Ed McMahon's not laughing.
I've eaten off thinking about it later.
Yeah.
What do you say?
That's about it.
He's pleasured himself thinking about it later.
Oh, he has. Okay. Now, how far?
That's fucking sick, right? I mean, he basically pleasures himself thinking about him killing the prostitutes. That's another reason why I think this is real.
What part of these murders? Like, do you murder and then, like, you feel satisfied for a while?
I don't even understand why I do it, Howard. I don't know if I ever get any satisfaction.
But how often?
To gather anywhere was the same night.
Really?
You killed 2 people in the same night?
Yeah, but I went to Mississippi for the second one.
So there's no pattern to how many weeks or days between murders?
No.
Are these mostly white chicks?
Yeah, that's smart because obviously if you have a pattern and you're killing people, you know, let's say on the same day of every month, right? Eventually the police are going to figure that out, right? So if you are killing people, it would be smart to not have a pattern, right?
Or black chicks?
A fair number of them have been black. The transvestite was black.
You think there's some racial motivation here?
No, Howard. They were just, let's just say, a Jimmy Swaggart town.
Jimmy Swaggart town is basically like the red light district, right? Where all the prostitutes hang out.
Swaggart town.
Don't know what that means.
Me neither, but...
I didn't know that last night during the live, but I know it now.
That's pretty much the area around here where the prostitutes all hang out.
I see.
And it's just whoever comes up to you. You don't pick a certain type?
I don't even approach them. I wait for them to approach me, Robin.
So that's like them asking for it.
Do you ever, like, look into their eyes and go, you know, gee, these people were just children at one point, and maybe they just had a tough life?
I've let a couple go.
You have? Like, what happened? You're in the middle of killing them, and then they what do they say? Why would you let one go and kill the other?
There was this one.
Go ahead.
I think she was probably really new to it.
Yeah.
And this is fucking fascinating because, I mean, it's actually, you know, we're actually getting to, you know, see how one of these serial killers thinks, right? This is very rare.
There was just something about her. Maybe she reminded me of my ex-fiance, but...
Right. You somehow relate...
More of an innocent...
And I'll just tell you, yeah. So, this is real. You know, I'll put the name of the serial killer in the title. You already have seen it, but yeah, it is real.
Quality.
You somehow felt bad for her.
Yeah.
So you killed your first woman.
When was the last time you killed?
It's been a few months.
Right.
Actually, it's been going on a year.
So, what do you think you're going to do? Do you think you're going to kill yourself? Do you think that
Are you going to kill again?
Can you stop this?
If I killed myself, I'd miss the next Batman movie.
Right. You don't want to...
I don't know what it is. A lot of these killers are obsessed with these Batman movies, right? I mean, we had the killer who shot up the movie theater in Colorado. That guy was a fucking Looney Tune, right? He walked in during the Batman movie, The Dark Knight, right? And shot up the whole place through like smoke grenades. Just a total Looney Tune.
To do that?
No.
No, but in all seriousness, I mean, do you think that you can control this? Do you think you can stop?
I think I have been.
Oh, you have been for the last couple of months?
A year he hasn't killed.
Oh, a year?
Yeah.
Almost.
So why do you think you stopped killing all of a sudden?
I really don't know, Howard. Part of it had to do with my car broke down.
Oh, no transportation.
Seriously? That's the reason?
Well, that was the reason for a month, but after that, I guess it was all self-control.
Wow.
And so this guy was living like on the side of the road. He was homeless. Just, I guess, living out of his car, living wherever he could. That's why he was so hard to catch.
But
so you don't want to do this anymore?
No, he wants to do it, but he's controlling himself. But you want to kill women, right?
Sure.
Yeah. And what do you like? Do you enjoy seeing them struggle as you kill them?
Actually, none of them really struggle.
Do you hit them from behind, or do they see it coming?
I can't get inside their minds, but let's just say I hit them.
But, I mean, are you facing them?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can see their face and everything when you do it.
Yeah. The worst I've ever gotten was one tried to grab my neck. I've never gotten any of the claw marks or anything that are dead giveaways.
Right.
So he says he mainly uses a hammer. So he's looking these women right in the face and then pulls out a hammer and hits them right over the head with a hammer. I mean, you can't get much more cold and brutal than that, right?
You must be very powerful.
I wouldn't call myself powerful, maybe intimidating.
Why did you use a hammer? You think?
Yeah, you don't have to be powerful when you have a hammer and you're hitting someone in the head with it. I mean, just like Koberger, he didn't have to be powerful when he had a big fucking K-bar knife to stab college women and one male while they were in bed, either sleeping or about to go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Because it was in a book I read.
Oh.
Well, everything's come from
Cartoons and
somebody else.
yeah. When's the last time you got laid?
Last week, Howard.
Oh yeah, so you didn't kill that girl
No,
because she wasn't a hooker.
no.
Right.
It's only hookers, though.
A lot of serial killers are only into hookers because they know A,
Easy.
probably won't get caught, and B, they have some kind of anger toward hookers. So there's no way I'm going to talk you into giving yourself up or anything, right?
No.
I shouldn't even waste my time. I know I'm going to get calls after this, and people are going to go, Howard, how come you didn't catch him?
Has anybody ever been close to catching you?
No. No. Actually, someone, once when it was in the newspaper, someone joked to me, I know it was you, but, well, they were joking.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of tattoos?
I don't have any tattoos. I wouldn't do that to myself.
Right.
And do you get high before you do that?
I've gotten pretty drunk before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a stereotype. I mean, a lot of people think, oh, all these killers have, you have to have tattoos to be a killer and shit like that. Well, I mean, look at the most famous serial killers in history, right? I mean, Bundy, Dahmer, this guy, right? Scott Peterson, Chris Watts, right? I mean, they don't have any fucking tattoos. I mean, maybe Chris Watts had one or two, maybe, but yeah, I mean, they look like normal fucking dudes, right?
Yeah.
I'm the only guy am I the only guy you ever told about this?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the only person he's ever told is Howard Stern on live radio with millions of listeners, right? Yeah, good one,
I guess that's sort of an honor.
I've told a couple of women, Howard, but,
They're dead.
Yeah. Do you tell him first and then you kill him?
yeah.
What do you say to him? Let me hear.
Fun.
All right, let's
Every
see.
now and then you can play the running game if you're out in the middle of nowhere, and we got a lot in the middle of nowhere down here.
Right. So, in other words, let's say you're with a woman, right? A hooker.
Yeah, Howard.
And you say to her, okay, honey, you just had sex and everything. What do you say to her to torment her? How do you break the news to her that she's going to die?
It really depends on my mood.
Just give us an example.
Well, if I wanted to, I could just say Baba Booey, but that would be pretty,
No, come on, be serious. What do you say to him?
I can say you're going to die.
And then what do they do?
I like to articulate a little more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I ask them if they think it's dangerous doing what they're doing, if they're worried about things, and they'll laugh it off, and that just pisses me off.
Right.
Imagine being in a car with somebody, you're a prostitute or whatever, and then the guy says, you're gonna die, right? And then he pulls out a hammer and then you're going to die, right? It's got to be one of the scariest things to ever experience.
And then you go ahead and you kill him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you found that fascinating. I certainly did. I'll give you a little... I'll tell you who it is and everything. All right, guys. So what you just heard, they call him the Storyville Slayer. Okay. And they actually don't know who exactly did it. there's two suspects. Victor Gant, who was that black police officer, and there's another guy named Russell Elwood. So, and you can go on Wikipedia, just type in Storyville Slayer. But as of November 2021, all of the murders, aside from that of Cheryl Lewis, remain unsolved. Elwood remains a suspect in several of the killings, but no charges have been filed against him. Gant left New Orleans after his discharge from law enforcement and moved to Atlanta, Georgia, where he presumably still lives today. In a 2016 interview with the Huffington Post, Major C.J. Destor of the St. John and Baptist Parish Sheriff's Office confirmed that Gant is still on the suspect list. Elwood died at Angola State Prison in Angola, Louisiana in 2014. So, yeah, they're really not sure if it was Victor Gant or Russell Elwood who killed all of these women. But they're certain it was one of the two. But it's definitely pretty creepy. Until next time, guys. True Crime King out.